Okay, guys, what's going on? This is Greg. I'm playing the new blue-white spirits deck. I'm here with Nick for another versus video.
What's going on, guys? I'm going to be playing Bedlam Reveler Grixis today, and hopefully we'll see how it does.
So we're gonna start game one.
I roll 8, or no, 9, and 7.
All right, so I'm gonna play first.
All right.
All right, this hand seems a little bit slow, but we're still kind of learning how the sequence of the deck goes here. So we're gonna give it a shot.
Hand seems great.
We're gonna try. Please let us know how the audio is and the camera angles and stuff. We're trying a little bit different stuff this time than we did last time. I'm going to start with a Port Town tapped. Here you go.
Your turn.
Okay. And then I guess I'll play a Port Town untapped, showing you planes. Go.
Choked, reveal island, play Jace.
Yep.
Go.
And you turn off Flash and Rattlechains.
Yep. 2 chains.
And apparently I get to play a third Port Town, showing you the same planes. Guess it doesn't really matter. I'll attack for 2.
Yep. 18.
And now, since all my spirits have flash, there's no real point in ever tapping out during my main phase, so
Yep.
you can go.
So, because we have these, it's more important to loot first before playing this so we can hit that source. Loot.
Yep.
Brick. These are essentially as good as this, but this one's more mana, so we're just going to pitch this. Play a swamp. Take inventory for 1. And pass to you.
Okay. End of the turn. I'll play Bygone Bishop.
Respond.
Yep.
So after you cast that, I'll Gale Blast Rattlechains.
Yep.
And you can go. Galvanic Bombardment, not Blast.
You play too much Modern?
I do. I don't even play that card in Modern.
Yeah, well, you play against it a lot in Modern. So what's Affinity? Okay. Now, since we lost our flash ability here, we kill the Rattlechains, which is kind of to be expected. We're going to play a Selfless Spirit. We're going to get a clue.
Oh, I got those.
We're going to get a clue.
You can keep playing.
And then we're going to attack for 2 in the air.
Yep, 16.
Rather than pass turn.
Alright, untap. You draw. Our bishop's really annoying. The Selfless Spirit kind of protects. So we are going to not want to flip this Jace because I can't answer both. So I'm going to start off with a loot. I'll discard a Jace. Swamp. Grasp the Bishop.
Yep.
And I'm all set.
Okay. End of the turn, I'll pop the clue draw card.
Yep.
untap. Draw card my turn. Okay. Lots of options this turn. Lots of options. So I think since we drew these, we can kind of just sit back and just swing and kind of play the control game here. So attack. One nice thing I like about this deck is that it just attacks and attacks and attacks because you don't have any flying.
Attempt to galvanic bombardment it for 3.
Okay. So with this, guys, we don't really care. It's kind of like, it's a very good spirit, obviously, but you don't really have anything else to protect right now, so we're probably just gonna let it go. And then we're going to play another Bygone Bishop, and then you can go.
Start things off with a loot.
Yeah, so Jace is going to flip now, so he could flashback one of the removal spells on the Bygone Bishop.
Discard. Play Foreboding Marsh. And I think we're going to minus the Jace because can't let him get any more clues. I'm going to target Ruinous Path. Ruinous Path that guy.
Yep.
And I'll pass to you.
Alright guys, so that may have been a mistake. We may have held up stuff there, expecting him to do that, but I wasn't sure how much he feared the... I think Bygone Bishop's one of our better ones, but not the best.
I can't let you draw more cards than me.
That could have been useful a couple turns ago. Alright, you go. Pass.
Draw. Play the Marsh. And I think we're going to hold off on this. We'll take up Jace. And pass the turn.
Okay. In turn, we'll flash in Rattlechains.
Yep.
Okay.
So I can't even flash back.
Yeah, now you can't flash back. Yeah, so now you can't flash back. We got lots of options here, so I think we're just gonna kind of play at instant speed now with Rattlechains is out. So pass.
Tick up on Rattlechains. Play Marsh.
Wish I had one of those land. It'd be great.
I think we're still in a good holding pattern. If he adds pressure, we have an answer, so I will pass the turn.
Alright, well, that's a pretty good draw. Alright, so since we can't, attacking doesn't really do anything because Jace, we're going to play the Mausoleum Wanderer.
What's that do again?
And then another spirit enters the battlefield. He gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and you sacrifice him. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless you pay X. X is his power.
His power, okay.
So not very good right now, obviously, because we have 14 land, but the it's very similar to like Judge's Familiar, but you can like bump it up a little bit to make it counter more than just pay 1. So, and then we'll pass.
Draw. Cast.
Hopefully this is a good card. This is a very good card. I think we're going to let that resolve, though, because by itself doesn't do much. He needs to have a removal spell after he plays it.
True. That only counters instant sorceries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start off with the bombardment on the Rattlechains.
Okay, so we want to prevent him from increasing his board state, so we're going to stop that with Spell Queller. Okay, so I'm going to flash in Spell Queller. Target the bombardment.
Yep.
And then trigger him. He gets a +1/+1 counter until end of turn because I played another spirit.
Well, not a counter, then just +1/+1.
Well, +1/+1. Yeah.
Okay,
so just to signify, so everyone knows. So this goes under him.
Underneath that.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not too bad for us. So we're gonna take up Jace to 3, and we're gonna target the Rattlechains.
Yep.
Then cast another Jace.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Alright, so it gives us a few more options here. Finally drawing a 5th land.
We got Avacyn? No, he's got double spells.
Double spells. Alright, so the attack here is kind of weird because, like, if we send both our guys, right, so we have 3 power to kill Jace if we want to, right, because he stopped Rattlechains. Rattlechains doesn't do anything, but I have 3 power here in the air that he can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
We can kill Jace, but he's just going to flip the second Jace into... We're going to flip the second Jace next turn anyway, and there's no way for us to stop that. Because we want to use this, obviously on kalitas. But it's a tough spot because you want to be able to save. There's a lot of other plays we can make too, because now we have 5 mana. So... I think our best play is just to hit him. Just to attack him.
You could also just like nugget for 1 to stop me from like going minus flip and being able to double spell, like double removal spell at the board. So like you could hit me for damage and nug this for 1 or play defense with 1 of them. Because 1 is essentially 2 anyway, except to tick up for a turn.
Yeah. That's a good line too. Alright, so we're gonna swing. We'll do 1 at Jace, 2 at you.
Yep. So this goes to 2, and I go to 14.
And I think we're just gonna sit and kind of let him see what he has. Go.
So an important interaction to note is creatures can have negative power, so if there's an increase, it'll break even first. So to start things off, I'm going to tick up Jace on the Judge's Familiar guy.
Yep. The reason he's saying that is even if I flash in a spirit, he still only goes to 0 power, so it doesn't affect I'd have to flash in 2 spirits during if he plays a spell, and that gets only counter unless I pay 1.
I'll start things off by looting with this Jace.
Mm-hmm.
Discard Sunken Hallow.
Basically, what he did there, guys, was just flip that Jace. So he just changed the loyalty because that Jace just flipped. So he can still activate that Jace again, even though it's the same one.
Yep. I'm gonna minus this Jace, and I'm gonna target Grasp of Darkness. Go to combat. Attack.
Alright, this is kind of awkward. Obviously, you guys can see what we have. We have 2 options now. 2 options here. This one wasn't really very good. That's why we let him move to combat.
We also targeted Grasp in case he has the Flash Indestructible guy.
Yeah. Grasp is good, obviously, against Selfless Spirit, or if I have Avacyn here. Because it gets around
Both
of them. It's like he knows what he's doing or something.
Sometimes.
Once in a while, I guess.
Yeah.
Question is if we... I think we do this, because... No, that doesn't work. This is kind of a weird spot. I think we flash an Avacyn. How much is it?
3 to sack a zombie.
3 to sack a zombie. Actually, I think we let him. I don't think we flash an Avacyn here. I think we just let him do his thing. So attack happens. Sure. No blocks.
Yep, just 3. Now I go to 17.
17. Is it me?
Second main phase.
It's also learning the interactions of the deck because, like, you know, first time running it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
So I think we want to explore options first because we still have access to the grasp. But before we're going to grasp something, playing is like if he didn't show us anything, we would want to see what's going on. So I'm going to inventory for 2.
Mm-hmm. That card seems like it's playing well.
Yeah, I really like it. We'll cast Grasp on Queller.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do. So I think we're gonna say that it resolves, right? That's gonna resolve.
So it's exile. This is a 2/2 zombie.
Yep.
This is exile. I will play a tab land.
And then this.
Yep. Oh yeah. Rattlechains. So before the land. This is in my hand, you don't know that?
Yep.
Pro plays.
Yeah. And I think we flash an Avacyn now to save it from that blast. So we're gonna flash an Avacyn now to save it from that. Because Avacyn doesn't save Queller from grasp because of the minus effects. It gets around indestructible.
That is true.
And if we try to flash an Avacyn and block the kalitas, he can cast grasp and sack the zombie and make kalitas bigger than Avacyn. What's the line we're looking at? I'm assuming he saw it as well.
Yep, that's okay. Second main. And pass 2.
Yeah. So that was basically the only spell he cast that turn that we could have blanked with Avacyn. So
remember, your little guy's smaller too.
Yeah, he's -1 power because of the Jace, the old Jace plus versus him. And he's at 2 loyalty now?
Yep.
Okay. So we're in a okay spot here. We're in an okay spot here. We're in an okay spot. So we're gonna. She's got 2 cards. If we just swing Rattlechains at Jace and he has a removal spell, that's bad for us. But he can't flash back next turn because it's 3. So we're gonna think he would have played the removal spell in response to the Avacyn to try to kill the Rattlechains. Is what I'm thinking. So we're going to swing.
You guys vigilant?
Yeah, we're gonna swing 2 at Jace and then 4 at you.
This is our hand, and we use these next turn, so that is okay. And I take 4, go to 13.
Okay. Then we're going to cast Reflector Mage and target his kalitas.
That is also okay.
Okay, so we still have some options. Your go.
I think we're going to start off with this. We just need to hit. Nope. We should start off with this. Yes, because if he has a Queller, we could try to answer that. Yep. Alright. I'm going to go to combat.
Sure.
Attack with the zombie.
So the reason he'd be doing that would be if he has a sweeper, because obviously we've got a 4/4 and a 2/3 attacking into.
Could have a spell that does 2 damage.
Yeah, I guess he has a spell that does 2 damage to kill the Avacyn. But I think Reflector Mage is, if he's got a sweeper, it's gonna kill Reflector Mage anyway, so there's no point taking the damage, so I'll block.
Yep. Second main.
Yeah.
I'll play Radiant for 3.
Okay, Radiant Flames for 3. Okay. So first off, I think because either way it's going to resolve, I'm going to sack and target that and say it's counter unless you pay 1. Alright, then you're going to play the 1. And then I think we do this in response. I don't know if he sees this. I don't know if he sees this coming. So we're gonna emerge this guy in response. I'm gonna sack Avacyn.
The guy that's gonna live through that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then tap your 4 land.
Okay.
Okay, so he can't play Kalitas. So I'm gonna sack Avacyn, emerge him, and tap your 4 land. And then Radiant Flame is gonna resolve.
Alright, I'm gonna float mana in response. So that's a cast trigger, so you target these 4.
Yep.
I'll float black, red, blue, red.
Okay.
So 2 red, a black, and the blue floating.
Yep.
What is that, a 5/6?
Yeah.
Okay, so this resolves. So I'm gonna play Oath of Jace, leaving the red floating. Didn't hit.
I'm assuming he's trying for another bombardment, right?
Or an impulse. We will, so I have 1 mana floating. I'll discard Kalitas and a land. And I will pass the turn.
Alright. Attack for 5.
Yep, I'm at 8.
Go. This was our draw. It's pretty good. And obviously we still have this. So since we have this, even if he hit the removal spell off the Oath of Jace for our Elder Deep-Fiend, we still have a pretty good, reliable follow-up play. Then obviously, you know, our draw was good too.
I'm going to start things off with this. No. Man, I just want good options. I don't got them. Yeah, we'll still do it anyway. I'll play a Dark-Dweller.
Yeah.
And I'll flash back a take inventory for 2.
Yep.
Fumeral. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. We'll just swing.
Block.
Yep. Go.
End of turn. 2 damage to your creature. Return Dweller to my hand. It's a Queller, right?
Queller.
Alright. Untap?
Yep. This deck seems pretty good against the Spirit deck.
Yeah,
You got
it's not bad.
You got a lot of answers.
I'm going to play Kalitas.
Yep.
Jace.
Mm-hmm.
Fumeral, and Bedlam Reveler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay. And now what's that gonna do?
To enter the battlefield trigger, when it comes into play, I discard my hand, draw 3.
Okay. I like Ancestral Recall, seems sweet.
Yeah. And that's it. Your turn.
And does he fly?
Nope.
No.
He has prowess and he's on the ground. He's a 3/4.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna flip Jace next turn. There's not really anything we can do about that. I think what we do is we hit him for 2 in the air.
Yep.
And then we kind of sit back and play defensively here.
Down to 6.
Go.
Untap. During my upkeep in response to the Oath trigger, I'm going to loot with Jace. I will discard a Foreboding. Jace flips. Goes to 5. Square 1. This is an important trigger to notice too. This checks every turn because it says X, so even if you have none, X is 0. So when the trigger goes on the stack, when it goes to resolve, if you have a Planeswalker, that's when you get the Square 1. Oh man, this card's good, but we don't want to lose it. What's this? We already have one. And he has 1 card in hand. I guess it's better in the yard. We'll draw it. So I will play Sunken Hallow for turn. And before anything else, I'm going to cast a Bedlam Reveler for 3.
Okay.
Enters play?
Okay.
So this way, if you had no Ojutais command, we still had a backup, but we lose a Bedlam Reveler and a Wilds.
I'm playing 3.
For this, 4.
Yeah, 4. Okay. That's a lot.
The deck's built around it. Alright. And Greg is at 17. We got a huge uphill battle here. So this is sick. Before we do anything, we always want to check our options. So we're going to play inventory for 2. 5, 6 is too damn big. Oh boy. So the Queller has a K command under it. So first things first, I think I'm going to go to combat. And I'm going to attack with these 2.
How many spells have you played for the prowess?
0.
Well, you played Take Inventory.
Oh, you're right, my mistake. 1.
Right, so he's
a 4/5.
4/5. And you got no zombies to sack for kalitas. So I think we block kalitas. I want to block kalitas.
So
that's smart. If you
is that how you want to block?
I'm thinking.
Take your time. Yeah, because like I have a million options.
Yeah.
Too, so based off what you do is gonna change what I do.
Yeah. So we're thinking about like lethal damage on him, but it requires to draw a very specific card.
Too.
Yeah. So you go to 9. I got 7 damage on the table. So any flash guy from my hand is 9. Right, any 2 power flash guys 9. But he can uptick Jace to lower that, and he's got a blocker potentially with that. There's obviously a lot of cards we can draw to remove the 1 blocker. I'm gonna block.
So Kalitas is getting blocked.
Yes, I'm gonna block Kalitas.
Okay. So this is a riskier play. This is the safest play. So we're just gonna go with this. I will cast Kolgan's command modes. Make you discard. Return Goblin Dark-Dweller to my hand.
Interesting. That's an interesting play for him. I don't know why he would target me to discard, not the damage on. Doesn't. It's not enough, I guess. The 2 damage doesn't kill him. I'll flash Avacyn. In response to the Kolgan's command. Trigger.
5. Doesn't matter, so that's 6. So I have to do that. 6. To that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. I'm just thinking. Avacyn's still on the stack.
Mm-hmm. This is a long game. I'll have to cut out some of these pauses.
Yeah, definitely. This is just like a super crazy interaction that's about to happen. That's why. So, I think... All right. So this is still happening. You did that in response. Avacyn enters play.
Okay. Trigger on the stack.
Yep. I will grasp Avacyn.
Okay.
So it's exile. I get a 2/2 zombie. This now resolves.
Does Avacyn trigger resolve?
Yes.
My team's indestructible?
Yep.
Okay. Then Kolgan's command resolves. I don't have a card to discard. That was my last card.
Yep.
He gets back Dark-Dweller.
So then we're going to go to damage. We have
yep.
How many prowess triggers? Did I cast this turn, I think?
Take inventory?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast 2 spells. 3 spells. The Kolgan's command is the 3rd. Yep. Yeah, so 3.
So you're going to take 6, and then I gain 3 and this dies.
Yep. I go to 11.
Okay. And I go up to 9. We'll then tick up Jace on your flyer, and I will pass the turn to you. Did I play land that turn? I don't even remember.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
That's fine.
That was a pretty good draw.
You guys untapped?
Yeah.
The other thing I was thinking about was to let your Avacyn flip, because it would kill your Queller and I'd get to K command.
Why don't you kill that with the grasp to get your K command back?
Because the 4/4 flyer might kill me.
Okay.
I can kill that much
even with
easier.
K command, right? Like you have dwellers. You have dwellers, right?
Now I have dwellers.
Yeah, but you had dwellers regardless, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know you had the Avacyn at that point.
Well, but
There's a lot of speculation that
Yeah.
could change a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
what'd you do with Jace?
I take them on the 2/2 flyer.
Okay.
2/3 flyer, whatever it is.
Okay. Don't really have a play here, so we're just gonna kind of sit back. So go.
Alright.
Guys, I'm gonna pull the card up on the screen that I drew so everyone can see it.
Upkeep scry one.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Draw it. We will lead things off with an oath over an oath. Trigger prowess.
Mm-hmm.
And I will discard Smoldering Marsh Swamp.
Yep. Your deck's really draws a lot of cards.
Does. Take inventory for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Browse triggers.
You got 2 so far.
Yep. Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing the team.
Okay, how big are they? They're 2 triggers, right?
Yeah,
So they're
5
5
sixes.
sixes, so they're the same size as my Eldrazi octopus over here.
Yep.
Did you use Jace?
I did not yet.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna block like this. Block the 2/2 with the 2/3.
Yep.
And then block one of those, and they kind of bounce off each other. And he could have an instant here to make his guy bigger than my guy.
4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go to damage.
Yep.
And take 5.
Yep.
Dies.
They go to 6.
I'll cast Dweller.
Alright. No, he had that, obviously. And we cast Ojutai's command.
Yep.
I'll counter a creature spell and draw a card.
Yep. Minus Jace down to 3. One of these are clear 3 on it. There it is. Target bombardment. Cast bombardment on Spell Queller.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Cast K command. 2 damage to that, make you discard.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can not block there. I'm at 6, right? Like,
You're that low?
well, yeah, they hit pretty
I thought
hard.
I had like 7. Yeah, oh my. Maybe I could have killed. I should have looked at life. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I have very many good draws here. Yeah, you got it.
Alright.
Wow.
I could have like awakened a ruinous path, like, and then just I don't know. I could have done a million different things. Whatever.
Well, a long game.
That was a really long game.
There's so many cards in your deck.
I know. That's why I love this deck, because like if you could see things, it's gotta be good. You know what I mean? At least you have play.